guys, welcome to or welcome back to my channel, Sleeve Eclectic Gym. I'm Quinn. Let's see what we're gonna do today. Okay, yeah, so we finna get one more look out of this little quick weave because y'all is gonna look rough. Remember the other day we flat ironed it? Okay, cool. But now it's lifting, and I mean everywhere. So before I pull this thing all the way off, I'm gonna get all the bang out of my buck. And we're gonna try to get one more look out of it. So join me while I execute this last look while we have a little chit chat, because I had a little situation yesterday that kind of brought some stuff up for me. But yeah, let me show y'all what it's looking like. Don't come for me. I told y'all it's lifting, and I am a bald-headed person. But if you're a subscriber and you watch my videos, you already know that. But okay, baby, I've been wearing a hat because you can see like my blonde coming through in the part. Yeah. So before I decide to let it go, we're gonna play with it just a little bit more. Ooh, sound a little crunchy. Alright, I was just bragging on you. But you know what? It's still some nice hair. I'm gonna say that. Because all it takes is a little brushing. And it's back to it. But yeah, so yesterday was already a day. Like, I was late to work. I had locked myself out the house after bringing the kids to school. So I brought the kids to school, and I had to come sit in the driveway for about an hour while I wait for my mom to get here to let me in. So, and I could have made it to work on time, but I was just already, like, in a mood. So, I'm already in the mood. I get to work. My boss is already texting me like, hey, are you here yet? And I'm just like, no, I'm on my way. So the message I get once I'm in the building is, hey, bring you a rain jacket because they want you outside. So I'm in Southeast Texas. And it gets cold, then it gets hot. It gets cold, then it gets hot. And then it gets cold, and then it rains, and then it gets hot. Weather is super duper bipolar. But it was cold. Like, it was cold. And as I was walking in the building, before I got that text message, the rain started to fall. That's why I was like, ooh, good thing I got out my car at just the right time, right? So I get that text message, mind you, already in a mood. I look at the message, and instantly I'm like, oh, they got me effed up. I'm standing in my locker making life decisions like, I mean, I know I just clocked in, but I can clock right back out and just go to my car, grab my bag, and go right back to my car. This is really just... Yeah, so I'm like, okay. So yeah, standing in my locker making life decisions. Like, I can clock out, just go right back home. Because they got me. Who going outside in the cold and rain? Mind you, being outside is not part of my job description in no form or fashion. So I'm like, okay. And the first thing I do, every time they make me mad or piss me off, is I call my mama. Ma! Why I get here and they talk about you need a rain jacket because you finna go outside and play in the trailers. My mama busts out laughing because she know. She know me. She know. So, okay, let's pause the story for a second. And I'm going to tell y'all my vision. Let me see if it go. So I want to kind of pull this forward and make me a little bang moment, which I don't know how. I can't really see. Okay. Is that about even? I want to make sure it's out of my eyes. They look even. I'm trying to do a bang. Mind you, y'all, I can't. Why this? So I'm trying to do a bang. Mind y'all, I don't know how to cut. I'm not a stylist. I have said it thousands of times. I hope y'all believe me and y'all don't be expecting much out of these videos. I'm glad y'all just stop by for the vibes, okay? Because that's all we doing here. It's vibes, and every now and then it turned out kind of nice. No, it always turned out kind of nice. It's always turned out nice, but I guess I need to cover up these eyebrows. Okay. For the sides, yeah, remember I bought these little rollers from Dollar Tree the other day. If you didn't watch my little Dollar Tree find video, go check that out. And we're gonna try to go. The little layers I cut that I can't get right to save my life. We're gonna throw some curls in them, and hopefully they just flip back in the way that I'm imagining them to do. You know, but we'll see. So yeah, back to the story. Call my mama. She laughing and she like, so what you finna do? Because my mama knows she be like, if they got me effed up, I'm going home. Now, mind you, I've grown a lot over the years. And I've learned, if nothing else, that communication rules the nation. And I never thought I'd be the girl that, like, it's like, okay, we can talk about this. We're going to talk about it. Like, also, if you give me the tools I need to do the job, I'm going to do the job. Because I got kids. It's the holidays. Let's be responsible. It irks me. I don't wanna. But I was like, okay. Partially because I knew they wasn't gonna have what they needed to have for me to go do the job. I say, okay. Because I talked to my direct boss and I was like, why? What? Why? What? And she was like, you gotta go talk to such and such, which is like the big boss. So yeah, I don't mind having a conversation with anybody. I'm gonna go communicate my thoughts and my needs. You want me outside? Give me when I need to go outside in the rain. Okay, where was I? Okay, so I'm like, okay. I'm going to go talk to the big boss. Because once again, I'm never afraid to have the conversation. One thing about me is I'm a communicator. I always forget to turn the thing on. What is the problem? Like, I plug it up. That should be enough, right? While we wait on that. So I go knock on the office door. Good morning. They are looking at me because at this point, some people know. They know me. What's up, Q? You got a raincoat? She turns around, turn it back to me, then swing back around. So is it raining? Yes, ma'am, it's raining and it's cold. You how she put it? She said, it's raining outside and you ain't got no jacket. Well, no, I have on a sweatshirt because that's all I need to survive my day the way I know my day is supposed to go. But it's raining outside. So you too good to go outside? It's raining, it's cold. If you got a raincoat, I'll go. However, my immune system is extremely low right now. My immune system is trash. I just lost 130 pounds. My body trying to, you know. She was just like, well, I tell you what. You can go work such and such department since you act like you gonna melt if you go outside. Y'all have a good day. But I said that to say, like, had I just went with, like, my old attitude and not trying to talk to nobody about it and just been like, they got me effed up, I'm going home because who they think they playing with. Because that's where my mind goes. I'm not gonna lie. I have to talk myself off the ledge a whole lot. And I have to talk myself off the ledge because nobody else can really do it. It's just, girl, you don't tell me I'm being irrational. Don't tell me, this is kind of distracting, but don't tell me I'm being irrational. Don't tell me that I'm crazy, this, the blah, 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 blah. So I have to go through the steps of talking to myself. I'm my only child. That's me. I'm sorry. Not sorry. But yeah. And in that moment, like walking away, kind of getting my way, but only because I communicated that, hey, I'm not going outside like that. Like, I'm not. And I kind of believe that they know that if you can't provide me with the tools to go do the job that you need me to do safely, effectively for me, then you can't make me. I could be wrong. I don't think I am, though. And one thing about it, Quinn is no dummy. I'm going to go read all kind of rules and stuff. And at this point, them people know I'm not no dummy. Because when I ask questions, please believe I already know. Because how we show up in the people's workplace is that. So, yeah. One thing about it is people not going to play me in no form or fashion. And I let that be known. I let it be known that I'm not an idiot. You can take this bubbly, somewhat goofy demeanor as a joke if you want to, which most people do, and then I have to, let them know that, hey, yeah, it's cute until it get real. And I've had to do that several times, you know. But once again, I don't mind having the conversation, so it's never a big deal to check somebody in a very polite and pleasant way. Because me, being me, looking like me, I know I have to show up a different way than some other people, if you catch my drift. You're going to assume that I'm being aggressive if I come at you a certain kind of way. But all BS aside, ooh, that sticks right there. That's nice. All BS aside, I'm going to be me, unapologetically. And y'all not about to play with me. But I'm going to communicate. The closet keep betraying me. I'm also going to do my best to communicate in an effective and respectful way, because that's what all begins. Like, the person I had to go have that conversation with, not many people would have had that conversation just because they say she talked to them really bad, really rough. I've never had that experience with that person, because it's all about how you approach people, and also if you on some BS or whatever. But anytime I've had to approach her, I needed anything, it's never been a problem because I communicate. Now, I used to be a person that would just kind of try to handle things on my own. Nobody cares. I'm not going to ask for this. I'm not going to talk about this, because for what? And then the older I get, I'm realizing, like, if you need some help, communicate your needs, even in these places of business. Now, your employer can't accommodate everything. That's to be expected and understandable. But you never know where you could get from having a conversation. And I never thought I'd be this person. Like, even when talking to my friends, I love the fact that we can communicate our feelings and our love for each other without it being, like, weird. Because anybody that knows me also knows, like, I'm really weird about affection. Even my mom will tell you that. My mom, my best friend, all that. Cut that just a little bit. Yeah, I'm still cutting. Like, I just know what I'm doing. I'll be like, well, Quinn, I think why you in the... Yeah, this is why I'm in the position now. Let's see. I forgot what I was saying. This thing keep cutting off on me. But y'all know I don't know what I'm doing when it comes down to these scissors. Okay. Let's see. That little piece. Okay, that's not terrible. Not terrible. Not too shabby. If I throw a little bump in it, you won't be able to tell it's too choppy, I would hope. Y'all don't ever put scissors this close to your face, especially if you me and you don't really know what you're doing. Okay, I'll throw a curl in that, a little bump. And hopefully it comes out kind of nice. But this is what we're sitting here looking like at the moment. Okay. I don't remember where I was in my story, but I said all that to say. Should I go a little shorter for the eyes? No, we good. Okay, so I said all to say is communication rules the nation. And I've been learning that for a long time. And I haven't always been like the biggest and the best communicator. About 5 years ago, you could not get me to have a decent conversation about what I needed with anybody. Because in my mind, you don't care. But as long as I have the conversation and I communicate my needs, I did my part in that situation, no matter what the situation is. Like, I have one of my bosses literally come tell me, like, I wish I could talk to people the way you do. I wish you just kind of say anything. Not that I say anything. I do believe we can have any kind of conversation. But I'm going to talk to you in a way that, first of all, you know, I'm demanding respect because I'm giving you respect. And the minute that I see that you are incapable, I'm going to go ahead and kind of switch up on you because I'm multifaceted. We can have any kind of conversation in any way that you want to have it, but I'm going to attempt to do it the right way before anything. Supervisors, customers, anybody. We can talk about anything. It's how you decide to have that conversation. It's how you present yourself. I'm not and I hate to say it because we're not all ratchet. We're not all ghetto. We're not all uneducated, but that's kind of how the world sees us. So I have to show up respectful and respectable because I'm demanding respect, because I'm going to give you that. First of all, I'm going to treat you how I like to be treated, how I love to be treated, how I demand to be treated. If I see you're incapable of that, then I'm going to switch up and I'm going to treat you how you treat me, or even worse. I'm pretty slick. I'm pretty intelligent. I can say what I need to say exactly how I need to say it and keep my job. And I can let you know as well, like, I'm going to write you up. I'm going to report you. I'm not above EEOing. This feels like harassment. This feels like whatever. Communicate. Don't fly off the handle, which I tend to do initially, but then I have to bring it back in, call my mama. Ma, they got me messed up. They gonna tell me. And she be like, girl, that place ain't nothing nice. What you finna do? And depending on what I said, because I told her yesterday, I'm going home. Because ain't no way. Well, she understood it was cold and it was raining. I'm not an outdoors girly. Who? And that's not my job, first and foremost. But I knew if you can't give me the tools to go do that job, you can't make me go do that job. So I wouldn't ask for the tools. Well, since you just think you gonna melt, go ahead and, okay, you have a good day. Thank you. Supposed to be mad? Because I will melt. I am sugar. I'm a whole lot of brown sugar and caramel. We don't come into contact with water in that way. It's not okay. Anywho, y'all communicate. In that moment, after that moment, just thinking about the moment, like, had I not said nothing, I could be sick today. Had I not said nothing, I could have another occurrence because I decided to just clock out and go home while I was standing in my locker making life decisions, because it was a real live, just being real. I'm glad I talked myself through the situation. Tried to figure it out. Because if she had gave me a code, I would have went and did it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's the grown up part of me now. Like, okay, do your job. Do what's asked of you. Within reason, which that wasn't really within reason, but the person she said I was gonna go help, like, I didn't want to just leave them hanging. Like, I'm considerate. I want to do what I would expect for them to do for me. But when she ain't had no, and in turn she had to turn around and tell that person, hey, Q would say she ain't coming outside. You got to catch her when you get back in the building. I'm glad they understood. I communicated my needs and they understood. Now, depending on who you are and where you're employed or who your bosses is, I don't necessarily recommend that. But also, if you're smart enough to know your rights and they know that you are not no dummy, because had I been somebody else, they probably would have tried to pull the whole, you do your job or you go home. Had I been a younger person who did not know much of nothing, who they did not know knows plenty and is pretty quick on their feet with their wits, it could have been a whole different situation. But I've had several conversations with this woman just because I've learned to communicate my needs or my questions. Like, if you're sending me to do something that just doesn't make sense, I'm going to ask, okay, so clarify this for me, please. That's a part of communication. Clarity. I don't quite understand what you're saying, what the goal is in this project. What's the end goal? Because the things you're saying to me, I don't... Slow it down. Say it again. Communicate. And I'm just... In that moment, I'm just so proud of myself in the way that I decided to communicate. And I have those moments often now. Like, oh, look at you growing up. Look at you... reasoning better, because it's been times when there was no reason. I ain't asking no questions. You got me effed up, and let's let's go. But look at God, look at the growth. Just growing up, like and yeah, I'm 36. I should have been grown, like, and I was, but my mindset and the way I moved was still just different. And I don't know if it was like geared more towards from pain or I don't know, a rage. It was just a rage. And I still go into a rage sometimes. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a perfect person. However, I think about the things I have to lose now more than I used to. I think about how blessed I am now more than I used to. On days where I'm just frustrated and I don't want to go work and I hate my job, I have to stop that and say, I thank God for a job, because there's plenty of people out here who can't even get a job. It's perspective. But communication rules the nation. Y'all communicate. Communicate anything with anybody. Be mindful of how it's coming out your mouth. However, communicate your needs, communicate your point. Get it across. We're growing, we're learning, we're adults, and adults don't know everything. Like, take the time. Work on you. Work on communicating if it ain't a great thing. Because it was not an easy thing to start doing, but now everything just kind of come out my mouth to anybody. And then I'm not saying like I'm just a loose cannon, because I don't talk to people just any kind of way. But people do like talking to me, which is another weird thing, because I'm not my only child. I don't like to be bothered most of the time. But if you talk to me, I'm going to talk to you. I'm kind to people, because that's what I would want for you to do for me and my children that's going to be walking this world one day. Put kindness into the world. Hopefully you get it back. And that's not always the case, because sometimes I start off kind and I got to hit them with excuse me. Oh, okay. They get it right on together when they realize I'm not a pushover just because I'm approaching you in a nice and kind and a nice and friendly way. I'm going to treat you how I want to be treated, and then I'm going to treat you how you treat me and let you know that you're not for the dog walk me. Conversation, none of that. We're not doing that. Rudeness, we're not doing. Okay? Yeah. So I'll be back once these rollers sit for a little bit and I bump this bang. Oh, Lord. Bump the bang, and I'll show y'all what it's looking like in just a moment, okay? And thank you for listening to my little rant and well, it's not a rant. Like, I just had to talk about the fact that I've noticed how much I've grown over the past few years. And like, one of my bosses was like, I wish I could talk to people the way you do. I said, girl, communication rules the nation, but please know that I have not always been this person. I've been growing for the past few years, and I honestly can say I love the woman I'm becoming. I love the woman. And I love it here. Like, life is not perfect, but this is probably the happiest I've ever been in my entire life, if I'm going to be real. Sitting back looking at all my blessings. No, I'm not exactly where I want to be. Yes, I struggle with different aspects of life. However, my children are alive, well, and healthy. My little autistic kid is thriving. Both children are thriving, but like, life is good. Even when it's not, it's good because we're here. I have everybody I need and the people that I want, and I have the people that want me in their lives. You know, I have love around me. I'm a happy person. And take a moment to just bring it in. Like, and I think that will help a lot of people's perspectives and how they move up into this world or move about this world. I don't know. Just saying, I noticed my growth in multiple situations at work, but yesterday was a real test for me. Because outside, for what, outside? And it's cold and it's raining. No, ma'am. But had she gave me the tools I needed, I wouldn't have did my job. I would have did the job that they told me to do for the day. I didn't have to, because I wouldn't communicate it. But old me would have just been like, I'm absent today. I ain't doing this. I'm going home. But all right, I'll be back once I get this together. I guess we can pull the rollers out together, but I'm going to go ahead and bump this bang or whatever. But I'm going to let them sit for a little bit. I'll be back. Okay. So I done pulled my rollers out, bumped the bang. This is kind of what we looking like. I'll probably put a hit with the flat iron again. I don't absolutely love it. Don't hate it, but I don't love it. I think I went too far or too wide with my bangs. So we're going to try to fix it. Because whatever. And try to do a little face for y'all. Well, not face, because I don't really wear nothing but the lips and the eyes. So, never mind this glue right here. But these Dollar Tree lashes, tell me they're not giving. This is a little spot that's kind of... So do I go ahead and hit that with that like that? Send it that way with that. Oh. This is, oh, okay. So maybe I should stop trying to flip it that way and just let it come this way. Still too much. It's too much. Or, let's see. I should have bought enough rollers to do my whole head, because that would have been beautiful. That's cute. The little kind of sort of curl. You know what? I think this is just as good as it gets. And I'm not mad at it. Don't absolutely love it, but you know, the hair is coming out in a couple of days. I just want to get one more little spin out of it. I hate when you lose my comb. Alright guys, so this is the final look. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, what's up, what's up? Leave your thoughts of the final do. Do you like it? Is it a yay, a nay, whatever? I'm gonna rock it. I'm gonna rock it. This is what's gonna be worn for probably the next 2 days. Noon. It's already sliding out. It ain't gonna take much to lift it on off. Yeah, let me know what you think about the final look. Thank you for listening to my rant about my day at work yesterday. And also, well, not really a rant, just me saying out loud like how proud I am of myself for my growth. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video, okay?